The reality of content creation, as much as I'm an advocate for making your own content and actually coming off natural for the things that you film because authenticity kills and it matters, is that the companies that don't want their CEOs, their members, their employees to be exposed to the online world, they can now use Higgsfield and all of these other APIs to generate a full content schedule 30 days ahead and also provide this as a service for other companies. I'm sure if you check the AWS, for those of you that don't know, the Amazon Web Services site, you'll already see this listed as a service. And this is actually something we're offering as an agency. We're setting up systems that automatically schedule and create the content for specific influencers as well as their brands without us having to ever set up any videographers, ask them any content. Literally minimum work required on our end. We need like 70, 100 images to actually train the LoRa, and then we're done. That's literally it. Other than that, they'll continuously still post the real photos of them or the real photos of what their company's up to. But you'll notice that a lot of people's Instagram feeds are gonna seem to be a bit more half AI, half realistic. And I can already tell you that most older viewers, older users on any of these platforms are having a hard time being able to tell. And a lot of people are gonna give me shit for it. They're gonna say you're capitalizing on our RAM costs, or you're capitalizing on this horrible creativity destroying engine. But the reality is that if you're not, what are you doing? What are you really doing? Will you really be able to outwork or outperform the content engine that sets up 15 different accounts and can already plan out, create, and schedule content on its own without ever needing you personally, let's say you're Alex Hormozi, to sit down and film ever again? It's the end game. And you either adapt to the rules of the game or you don't play at all. In which case you win. You win in both cases. You either play or you don't play, but you win either way. You will have people that have the ability to take on higher salaries, higher pay, and they go to their bosses and they're like, listen, I don't want to work this job anymore because A, it's too much responsibility, B, it's stressing me out, and because of that, my lifestyle enjoyment, my level of happiness in everything that I do has lowered, so I'm just gonna accept less pay. And for someone like me, that's like, I could never understand. But that's winning. You already won. You don't have to play the game the way I play it, or the way you see Hormozi play it, or the way you see Iman Gadzhi play it. They've decided to be on the set path of capitalizing on their ability to see and say what's next. You don't have to be one of these people. You can easily remain where you are and still be fulfilled and still be happy. But the truth is, if you know you have your family's legacy on your back, your own name to make aware to the world, and you're not scared of putting yourself out there and just being honest with who you are to the rest of the world, then you gotta do it. Because the best opportunity you will have is right now. You wanna start AI automation agency? Follow me and I'll guide you there. But really, you need to start looking for this info. It's so much more than just sitting down and researching. It's so much more than working on your own. You can't. This is not a solo quest. You need to have people around you that are gonna help you guide your way up. Because there's gonna be so many that are gonna try to pin you down. Or so many yes men that are gonna say, oh yeah, I would totally be down to do that business with you. But don't commit fully. Don't commit to the point where they realize that the environment around them has been built in a way that allows them to actually get there. Allows the 2 of you, the 3 of you, the 4 of you, whatever squad, whatever group you have, you don't need to make it come off like you made it alone. All of the big clients that I work with, and I'm talking, we've had meetings with countries that are literally listed on the index, companies that are listed on the S&P 500 index. And I can honestly tell you that from the very top companies that are listed and people that are just solopreneurs making around 100K per month, all of them have worked with a team. If you don't have people around you that you can trust or incentivize to work in a way that's trusting, you're not gonna make it. With AI, without AI, it doesn't matter. The fundamentals of business is if you don't have somebody you have along the path to trust, somebody human, somebody that reminds you of your mistakes, whether logical or emotional, you're just not gonna make it. Trust goes both ways. And I wish you luck. I really hope that everybody right now catches on to the dream that they have, that they want to do, and stop being so fearful of not being able to get there. Because God and the universe will test you, and it will test you in a way where it will make you question whether you can still go on to that path. The reason you're feeling depressed, the reason you're feeling unfulfilled in any sort of way, is because you know there's something you should be doing. There's an item in your room that speaks of legendary, that you need to pick up, that you need to get going. And if you don't, you'll regret it. And there's no worse pain, no pain more chronic, that will follow you to your hospital deathbed as much as the pain of regret. Build out your dreams. You have a tool now that can literally help you analyze it in a timeline, in a path like no other. And yes, maybe you will have problems along the way. Maybe you won't build a $1 billion company because it will take 45 years. Because it will take 20 years to get to a company that's publicly traded. Because it will take 5 years to make 100K. Because it will take 2 years to make 30, 40K. A timeline will always seem long from the starting point. But when you get there, you'll look back and you'll think, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. No joke needed to be inserted. Poor choice of words. Get to it. This is the most amazing time for human creativity to live in, because the uncreative work has been, without people realizing it, taken off our hands. The work we thought we needed to be creative and problem solving at, which we weren't passionate about, can now be removed from our lives. We have more of a choice than ever. So choose. And good luck.